Hello everybody and welcome back to Herbie's Garage. Today we're on the 1996 Yamaha Wolverine 4x4. It's a 350. And I'm working on the drive line, the front drive line. I'm going to put a new universal joints in it and both yokes. Well, I was going to. I'm going to show you where I'm at. I started on this already. It was very difficult. I started filming it and it was just taking way too long. So I'm going to show you what I got done so far and then we'll continue on. As you can see, I've got my drive line removed and it looks like my yoke on this side is a little damaged right here. I don't think it's bad enough for me to replace it. I think it was just rubbing on it for a little while. It's got just a little bit of a ridge right there, so it doesn't have a lot of material taken off of it. I'm going to reuse this. But this was the booger to get off. This was rusted in there. As you can see, this is wallered out, this hole right here on the yoke. So I have to replace this yoke for sure. And this is the original Koyo bearing, probably made in Japan, I would imagine. I mean, it was in sorry shape. You can see where I tried cutting it. I was going to try to cut them off because I just couldn't get these things to move. Finally, after a while, I went ahead and got it going, but you can see the bearings was out of this one. It was eating through. It was almost all the way out of that bearing. So the other ones aren't in very good condition either. I think only one, maybe two. I think one is the only one. This one right here on the right hand side is the only one that had any needles in it. All the other ones were gone out of here. So this thing was completely shot. I don't even know how it moved. But as you can see, I removed the front differential, made it a lot easier. Now I can work on this universal joint. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything wrong with this one. Unfortunately, the one I ordered, I'm not going to be able to use. This is the universal joint for this one. Way too short. Supposed to be for this machine. I don't know why it's so short. So I'm going to reuse this one. The other one will work that I got with it, looks like. Clean this up a little bit. Like I say, these I think have been in there since the machine was new. With these being original Koyo bearings, it wouldn't surprise me if these are the original. That's why they're so hard to come out, I guess. I just kind of worried about damaging the yoke or damaging some splines inside of the differential or the engine on the other end. Alright, well, let's spray some go-go juice all on this, kind of get this soaking. Alright, I gotta find the C-clips. Yeah, there's that one. It's moving. There we go, got those two. that one. These clips aren't that bad to get off. There's that one. Okay. Now, take this bolt out. Alright, I'm going to try to hold that like that. And drive it through. That was pretty easy. A little bit too far. Again. Alright, that's everything. Looks like this yoke's still in good shape. I think this yoke's still in good shape too. Here's my new U-joint. I hope it's a good one. It's not an expensive one. It costs a lot of money getting these from Yamaha, so I do like everybody else probably does and went the cheaper route. It's kind of weird this one here is in the middle. On my other one, the grease fitting is on the end of the cap. I think I like it in the middle better. I don't know why that one's like that. You got to make sure it's tight. You don't want to come and loose because that's spinning all the time. And you want to put it this way. You don't want to put the grease fitting in. I don't think that would be good. It'd be hard to grease it. So let's see. We'll put this in first. We'll take all these other ones off. And before we put this in, got a little bit of moly grease. I'm going to put on everything. Make things a little bit easier. Okay. Shove that in. Oh boy, I don't like that. That one just slid in. Wow. Well, I guess we'll just have to hope for the best. Definitely going to be better than what it was. We just got to find the groove. And then tap it in. There we go. That one's on. There we go. Just gotta kind of tap it back and forth to kind of loosen it up a little bit. That feels pretty good. Okay, then we'll put our other yoke on. Wow, that just slides on too. I don't know about these caps. I don't think it's my yoke. I think it's these cheap aftermarket U-joints. Ah, looks like I finally got it. All the clips are in there and it moves every direction, so it's a little stiff. I think that'll work out. Feels a lot better. It's nice and tight. Alright, let's do the other one. Alright, let's go ahead and put this grease zerd in. Like I said, it's out here on the edge. I hope it doesn't hit on anything. It'd be a lot easier to grease this, that's for sure. Probably have to tighten this once it's installed because this is wanting to turn on me. Alright, so we'll take that cap off. Take this cap off. As you can see, this came pre-installed on this one. As a matter of fact, I better take that grease line off of that, grease fitting off of there. I think I'll put this on after I got it together because I'm going to be banging on it and squeezing it and everything else, so I don't want that to be in the way. Turn some light on the subject. Okay. Well, let's see if I can get my little C-clamp in here and give me a little press action. Might want to go a different direction here. Make sure it's going in straight. Yeah, this one's squeezing in a little tighter like it's supposed to, I think. I'll see if I can get my clip in there. How about that? Let's get a little bit of bulliness in it. Can't be timid with it. Try that again on this side. This side's going to be a little more difficult. More than likely. Not really. Looks like it's in there. Let me double check it. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, now I can put my grease fitting in. There, that tightens up pretty good. Okay. I think that'd be a lot easier to grease there, and I don't think it's going to hit anything. I don't know if that guard, hopefully it won't hit on that guard. I guess I'll have to find out. If it does, I'll just have to grease it and then put a cap in it or something and then put the guard on, because I won't be greasing it that often. Okay, now I'm going to coat this other end with moly grease. All right, now I'm going to slide my front differential in here. We'll line up our shaft first. Okay. Now I'll slide my bolts in. Now I'll slide my bolts in for this gearbox. This isn't the easiest thing to line up. This isn't the easiest thing to put in because these bolts want to hit on these nuts on this A-arm. Alright, once we get it lined up, sort of, we'll put these in. Then we'll lift it up. Push them the rest of the way through. A washer and a nut. I think I boogered up the thread on this one. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult to start. Yeah, they both are, I guess. There we go. That one wasn't bad. Alright, let's see what we got. Tighten these up. I'll have to find out in my book what the torque setting is on that. I'll put my vent line back on. Well, I got that done. That was not an easy task whatsoever. At least they're new. There may not be factory. I wished I would have put OEM ones in there, or maybe some more expensive ones than what I bought. I don't know. Those feel like they have a little bit of slop in them, but it's definitely 100 times better than what it was. I think that U-joint was about ready to give before too much longer, so that ought to help it a bunch. All right, I got a lot more projects to do. I'm starting to get things in. I've got some axle boots in. I've got some spark plug, oil filter, getting some Yamaha parts. So I'll be putting a bunch of stuff into this before long. I'm going to have, the way I figure, about $1,000 in parts. So I'm going to be at about $1,750 on this motorcycle. Is it going to be worth it? I don't know. We'll find out. So, all right, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you coming along, and I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment. All right, thanks for watching.